Welcome to another InWheelTime podcast. From Studio A in the much ballyhooed Texas Sugar Shack.
Yep.
This is the award-winning InWheelTime car talk show. Just ahead, Courtney Enders, now officially part of NHRA TV. We'll also give you my thoughts on driving the 2025 Chevy Silverado EV. And Jeff has the Motor Minute coming up on the InWheelTime Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us on this rainy Saturday here in Texas.
It is.
Temperature's about to hit 70 degrees, and then later this week it's supposed to go down back into the 20s again. Oh, my God. It's kind of like being in Canada.
Oh, really?
Courtney Enders joins us from Canada. Where exactly? Where are you from? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't started talking like that yet, y'all. I'm in a small town called Stratford in Ontario, just about an hour away from Toronto.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, I hope that you're having a good time up there. I understand it's a weekend off for you, and that's a rare thing.
It is, and it's a snow day, which is also a rare thing. I went like 14 years of my life without seeing snow, and now there's probably 2 feet outside. So,
there you go.
Indoor cat.
Yeah, I was just going to say, well, I'm glad that you're indoors. I lived with that for the first 11 years of my life in Wisconsin, and I'll tell you what. And Jeff is from Detroit, so we know all about the snow thing. We're glad that we're 70 degrees and raining in Houston, Texas today. Anyway,
I miss it.
Well, so hey, congratulations on your new appointment at NHRA TV.
Yeah, thanks. It's still very weird. It's been a whirlwind of a couple of weeks here, really a couple of months with the Pro Superstar Shootout, and then it almost just doesn't feel quite real yet. I saw my name on the poster they posted the other day, and I said, well, by God, they went through with it.
Yes, apparently they did, because I got the press release right here in my hand, and I thought, wait, there's Courtney down there. Enders will be contributing to live in both the Mission Foods and Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series during the upcoming season. I go, I know her, yay! And, the other thing that really kind of excites me, Dave Freiberger is going to be on there with you, along with Jordan Vandergriff, others. And I guess that you'll be doing some interviews with your sister. That'll be kind of weird.
Yeah, I've gotten used to that. I know we're going to talk about Flo here in a minute, but I used to be so nervous to interview her. I could interview Greg Anderson. I could interview John Force. Like, everything was normal. But when Erica got in front of me, I just thought we were going to turn into 10-year-olds, and she was going to take the microphone and be like, you don't know what you're doing. She didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm so excited. It's kind of like a brand new job for me, too, because I get to keep track of you. And since you're the only one that I can call on the telephone and, or Mike Mars and get you lined up to talk to us, we think that's wonderful.
Well, now we've got another Enders to follow.
Yes, we do.
We follow Erica all the time.
Yeah.
Now we've got Courtney.
I used to follow Greg Enders, but, he's too hard to keep up with, as you well know, since that's Dad.
And then there was that stalking incident.
there was that. All right, so congratulations on that, and I assume that you're going to be – where are you going to go to Florida?
So I am. Next couple weeks is crazy. I've got this weekend off, and then I head Thursday to Gainesville. We're going to go test. My boyfriend Spencer Hyde just got a ride with Jim Head Racing, so he will be taking over the funny car duties there. So we go license there. I'm just going for fun, moral support, all the things. Come back home for a couple of days, get my mom set up here to watch my dog, and then I head to the World Series of Pro Mod in Bradenton and head right over to Gainesville from there. So the last 2.5 months, I've basically lived in Bradenton and Gainesville, Florida. But about Wednesday, it's go time.
I'm so excited. And I know you are too, even though that you've been doing the drag racing thing pretty much all of your life, because I know that you started off under your dad's tutelage with junior dragsters along with your sister. And there's a movie about both the sisters called, fill in the blank.
Right on Track.
Right on Track, the Disney movie, the very successful Disney movie, seen by millions and millions, especially girls. And that was that 90s? That was the 90s, wasn't it?
I just said off air I was catching you. You're making me catch you faster. It was early 2000s, but close. No, it came out in 2003. We filmed it in '01.
Yeah.
Came out in '03, and then last summer, FloRacing released a 20 years later documentary called Speed Queens, and you can actually see that on FloRacing, which it's in front of the paywall as well, so don't have to have a membership, and it is very different than Disney. Here's Disney, here's Speed Queens. They use the bleeper button a little bit.
Okay. Well,
It's a grown-up version.
How come I didn't know about that?
I don't know, Ray. I don't.
So, a lot of people, a lot of people don't know about Ray. It's my
Alter ego.
Alter ego.
yeah, and more. Matter of fact, I reminded my good friend where that all came from, Steve Parrott with Nissan. I saw him at the Houston Auto Show preview that we had a couple of weeks ago, and I said, hey, how's it going? He said, fine, Ray, how are you? Because it was him that I dogged on a phone call to get some information about a Nissan product, and he'd never answered the phone. So I just went into my Ray.
Full Ray.
Yeah, the old Ray thing, and really took him into another world that he didn't know what to do with. And so
he's still getting treatment for that.
He is. Yes, he is. But anyway, great guy, but it started off a whole different world. At my funeral, I'll be Ray Armstrong. Anyway, so let's talk about FloRacing. And I've seen you doing bits and pieces that were posted on Facebook and other sources of website stuff. What is FloRacing?
So FloRacing is a live streaming company. It's actually Flow Sports. They do everything from actually was watching my buddy was at a baseball game in Dallas last night, and it was a collegiate game streamed on Flow. So they do wrestling. They do cheerleading, which is varsity TV, huge. They do marching band competitions, jiu-jitsu, like I said, hoops, baseball. Racing is a huge part of it. Racing and wrestling and cheerleading are probably the biggest parts. But Flow Sports has about 500 employees. And then you get down to FloRacing, big in late model, big in dirt. They do some NASCAR off-TV stuff, just kind of like NHRA TV style. And then about 5 years ago, they bought Speed Video, which was the live streaming company for drag racing. They were doing a lot of that. And we acquired the PDRA, the NMCA, some TX2K stuff, and kind of morphed it over into the way that FloRacing usually does stuff. If you're a big dirt guy, you've heard of it. But now, over the past few years, we've been concentrating a lot on the content side as well. So we live stream drag races. But also when they hired me full-time 3 years ago, we created the content department. So I handle everything that goes on the website that has to do with Flow Drag Racing. We've got our own Flow Drag Racing social handles now. We don't have to hide under the big boys because there's thousands of late model and dirt races on Flow, and there's maybe 30 to 40 drag races. So they gave us our own little subsidiary, and we're just kind of rolling. And now we've got the Pro Race, we've got PDRA, we've got maybe trying to do some NHRA stuff here in the future, but live streaming is definitely where everything's moving to.
Are you still going to continue working for Flow and do NHRA TV?
Oh yeah, Flow is my home. Flow is made this very clear with Evan and the boys at NHRA when I aggressively called them. I've been knocking on their door for 3 or 4 years, and I don't think that they took me too seriously until we started doing the Pro Superstar Shootout a couple of years ago and putting out these content pieces, shop tour with John Force, Antron Brown, Ron Capps, doing some stuff with Erica, Dallas Glenn, Greg Anderson. We did a ton of content pieces, long form, that go on the stream, but also on the website. And I just kept knocking. And with the unfortunate moving on of Alan Reinhart, going back to IHRA, I knew with his blessing, I knew there would be some holes there and that they were going to be rejuvenating what they're doing. And I sent a pretty bold email and got a nice phone call the next day and kind of figured it out. But yeah, Flow is my priority. I work there full time. I still work with Elite. I help with team management stuff. We've hired PR reps, content people to do what I used to do there, but still help very heavily on the sponsor and team management side. And then I'll be doing some announcing. Don't really know what all of the NHRA stuff's going to entail. We're going to see what my balance is in Gainesville, but I know it will be Pro Mod heavy. Al Tucci's going to be in the booth for Pro Mod, and I've worked with the Pro Mod series for the last 6-7 years. So I'll be up there doing that, doing some sportsman stuff, and try and get in where I fit in with the boys and girls on the starting line and top end. And if anybody knows me, I'll be knocking on everyone's door.
I love that. Yes. Well, we're your biggest fans, and we're so excited for you on this venture that you've got going. So now I want to turn our attention to a couple of things. I've heard a lot of rumblings about Freeman and the Elite Motorsports boys getting into Top Fuel. Is that true?
Well, here's the short and true version. Richard Freeman, you've met him, Don.
Yes,
is the world's most interesting man, right? Like, you can't predict this guy from anything. So
exactly.
We talk about things, and he's always, what's next? Let's grow, let's change. There's some things in the Top Fuel class he would like to help: parts cost regulation, safety. He's a big part of the pro organization, and kind of had some words about maybe trying to get involved in there. He's very in touch with Tony Stewart and the Johnson's Horsepower Garage team, and Erica just kind of trying something different. Well, it was very early in conversations. Weren't sure what the Capco boys were going to do, anything like that. And on a podcast on the 4th of July, when I was supposed to be off, Richard Freeman announced that he wanted to go Top Fuel racing. Became just a storm of nonsense. I get phone calls. I have to get out of the pool. I've had a couple mimosas. I'm like, now I have to write a press release. Now I have to go to work. And the intention was to try and put something together, but we were nowhere near announcing. And that's a Richard Freeman MO. And cars are on back order like crazy. The NHRA still has a rule where you can't race 2 professional categories. So we've been doing work behind the scenes, timing, getting Erica out of the car, putting a stopwatch on me, get on a scooter, go get her, change her fire suit, bring her back. How long does that take to try and prove that with TV we could do it? Nothing's really moved yet. Cars are a year or so on order, so nothing's happening yet, but Richard Freeman has always got his hand on the go button to make a move, so we'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not gonna hold my breath on all of that, but I thought
I will say Erica will never not race pro stock in order to do that. So as long as things are in order the way they are at the NHRA, she will not give pro stock up. That's
because they're going to have to change the rules.
They are.
Yeah, and from my experience with NHRA that goes back a long way, I will tell you that changing the rules for something like that, it's like pulling eye teeth, as my mother used to say. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it is, and we've gotten somewhere on it, but we'll see. And Erica's been running the same class for so long; she's won 6 championships and is by no means bored. But as you know her well. That girl needs a carrot, and
yes,
something new. She's been running the Pro Mod car in the Winter Series, and I think for now that's filled that void.
Well, and on the same subject of Erica, last season wasn't all that great for her, although she did finish in the top 10. But we're all used to her being right up there, challenging for the number 1 spot and winning 6 championships. Mm-hmm. So, what does this season look like?
Well, last season, I'll be raw and vulnerable with you guys. Mark Ingersoll, our main crew chief, we share crew chiefs at Elite Motorsports. There's 9 cars, 5 crew chiefs, and we share. Mark Ingersoll had a double lung transplant middle of the year last year. Saved his life. He's going to be okay, but he still can't travel for another year. And we would be crazy to say that losing our main chess piece didn't affect things. We were great. Chase Freeman picked up, Tim Freeman, everybody. But Mark's been a part of our program for 10 years, and he's a big personal pillar for Erica out there physically on the racetrack. And so dealing with that was a bit tough. We still had the opportunity to win the championship with Aaron, and maybe could have and should have, but didn't. It's the way it goes. But we've got some more stuff going on this year. Mark's still not out. Jake Harrison, another crew chief of ours, has got some stuff going on that he's getting treatment for. So it's going to be tough. We've had a pretty flawless storybook situation with Elite the last 10, 11 years. Yep. And we've got some uphill battles to fight this year, but the team has come together. We showed it at the pro race this past weekend that through the shifts and everything that we're still the top notch there. And so I think Erica's a lot better this year mentally. Again, she finished 4th. Nothing, I tell her all the time, you won the Mission Foods Too Fast, Too Tasty Shootout Championship. You finished 4th. like, just because you only won one race. It's been a long time since she only won one race, but it was Gainesville, which we'd never won before. So that was cool. But it just says a lot about your career when you finish fourth and do so well that you're wildly disappointed. But to say that she's not pissed off and hungry is an understatement. So that's a scary Erica. And that's an Erica I'm excited to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I will tell you, finishing fourth out of 18 slots, that ain't bad, sister, as you know. Yeah, exactly. I mean, heck, that's pretty good. Some people don't even make it out of one season and make it to the 18th slot.
But she's finished first 6 times.
Yeah. So there's all of that.
She does them in twos. It's so weird. She always does them in twos. And I said, it's your third. It's not your time. You got to give somebody else a minute and then go back.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's great to talk to you, and we sure appreciate you taking the time of your Saturday off
In Canada.
in Canada,
Yeah.
to talk to us. And don't go take up hockey sticks and pucks and get on the ice this weekend.
Wait. Snow machine racing. Snowmobile racing.
Yeah.
You need to get into that.
No,
Y'all don't have anything to worry about with me getting involved in any winter activity.
okay, good. Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking somewhere in Aruba.
Yeah, the only
winter
ice
time.
is in her drinks.
Yeah.
Well, you go sand drag racing there.
Yeah. We love you. Thank you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for thinking of me.
Well, always. And you take care and call us anytime. We'll have you on.
All right, y'all too. I appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
Thanks,
You
honey.
too. Bye-bye.
Erica's sister, Courtney Enders, NHRA TV now. So,
She's moving, man. She's got a presence out there.
Yes, she does.
a mover and a shaker,
To say the least.
to say the least. All right, just ahead, a review of the Chevy Silverado EV and Jeff's Motor Minute after this quick break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Come along with us on the upcoming Hot Rod Tour of Texas, April 24th through the 27th, beginning in Victoria. We have links to their info and their site on InWheelTime.com. We do have that, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, last Saturday, he said he was going to, by the time Super Bowl ended, it would be on.
And it was.
InWheelTime.com and InWheelTime Facebook page, all that info and links to get to Hot Rod Tour of Texas is on there. Time now for the Motor Minute. Mr. Jeffrey has that.
Yep, here we go. Speaking of NHRA, Angel Sampei is going to a closed canopy for the NHRA Top Alcohol Ride for 2025. She's a 3-time NHRA Pro Stock Motorcycle Champion and a 47-time event winner. I did not know that. But she's going closed canopy. She's going to do that for next year and then get into the top fuel dragster position. Another thing we have for the Motor Minute are blue bonnets are coming out. So if you're going to take a blue bonnet cruise, take your significant other, go to the hill country, go to where they're blooming, and that would be a lot of fun.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yep.
When is that?
Well, they're starting to bloom now, so they're going to get things going for
generally March,
cruises,
the end of February through
end
March.
of March, April. Yeah. So that's all blooming out. And I know everyone's wanting to hear this. There's 313 days until Christmas.
Yeehaw.
Oh, dear God.
Counting down.
Great. Well, that's great to know.
Buy me something nice.
Not.
Grandpa, you got to keep up with these things.
Yep, you
That's
do.
Pawpaw.
Pawpaw, you got to keep up with these things.
All right, time now for this hour's car review. The 2025 Chevrolet Silverado EV. Final assembly location, Detroit Hamtramck Assembly, which has also been renamed Factory Zero. Did you know that?
No.
Well, now you do. Available trim levels, LT Extended Range, RST Extended Range, and RST Max Range. I don't know what the difference is between the Extended and the Max, but I had the half-ton standard pickup truck, and it was the LT Extended Range. Seats, including the driver, 5. All new in 2024. No changes really this year. Closed nose with slit lighting. It's attractive.
Yeah.
It looks pretty darn good, if you ask me. Sail panel at the cab rear reminds one and all that this must have some sort of avalanche.
Theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And more so is the actual panel that goes between the cab and the trunk. And that
The rear window area.
the rear window, that whole panel back there, including the rear window, comes out.
Oh, wow.
And you can extend the bed up to 10 feet, 10 inches.
Wow.
So it's unique, and I think it's a good deal. Big, oversized, squared off wheel openings, typical of Chevy. Black plastic wheel opening trim and black bumper. Okay. What I like, the overall look is very good. Multi-tailgate and step bumper is also great. And that multi-function tailgate, it actually helps with the load, especially when you've got that mid-gate open, so you can put your, what they put in there, a Fiat when the Avalanche came out. Remember that?
I remember that. They put something in there.
Yeah. Anyway, inside, the interior highlights, a very layered look, instrument cluster and infotainment screens. They work together nicely, and it's a nice-looking look. So in other words, the instrument cluster is in front of the infotainment screen, but they're right there together, runs across the dash. You can see it in that picture right there. Controls, easy to use with intuitive placement. Avalanche multifunction midgate extends the bed viability, usability to almost 11 feet. Quiet inside this cab. Cargo trunk room, well, the frunk is a bonus, and I cannot remember that it's up there. Because I'm driving a pickup truck. Who remembers that there's a trunk up front?
Exactly.
Did you open it?
I did.
How did you close it?
I had to pull the hook down to make it come down.
Couldn't find a button any place to make it come
What
down.
is wrong with that?
If you go inside and push the button inside the cab again, it'll come down.
I know, but
It's like a tailgate, but in front.
But there's no push button to bring it down.
I don't understand that, but maybe Jack Nerad knows something
He
that
probably
we
does.
He's shaking his head.
What I liked about it, the multifunction center console is outstanding, and I say multifunction because it is. It's got slides in it. The door opens up. It's got the phone charger. All the good stuff is inside there. What could use improvement? Seating is a little firm for my old body.
Mm-hmm. It's firm in the back there, too.
Yeah. Drivetrain. Well, obviously, it's an electric, so it's a direct drive. No transmission, 10,000-pound tow rating, haul rating 1,500 pounds. But just remember,
It's a lot of donkeys.
it's electric, and you're going to suck up all of that charge if you put like a big trailer back there and a big load of gravel in the back. It's going to use it up pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. It's advertised up to 484 miles on a single charge. That's a lot. But from my experience, you're going to have to feather the throttle at about 45 miles an hour all the way up to Dallas and back to get that 484 miles. I traveled 404.8 miles, and I got 2 miles per kilowatt hour. I don't know what the hell that means.
I don't either.
Do you know that? Do you know what that means, Mark?
There's a conversion tool that you can use?
No, I'm not going to use a conversion tool.
Okay.
You use the conversion tool.
I did.
Did you?
You did.
Good for you. I'm happy for you. I'll tell you what, my electricity bill should go up. What did you say?
Happy, happy, happy.
What I liked about it, plenty of power, and it's quiet. What could use improvement? Charging infrastructure that has nothing to do with this vehicle or any electric car other than the fact that you can't find a damn place to plug it in. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I went up there to the Whole Foods EV Go fast charging station. I'm sorry, it's out of order. It's been out of order for over a year.
It's never been in order.
Ride and handling, smooth, but it feels really heavy to drive. Base trim price, $73,100. Prices tested on this Chevy, $83,090. Base model price, $73,100. Competitors, the Ford F-150 Lightning, the Rivian R1T, and the GMC Sierra. And, you know, the fancier you get, the more it's going to cost you, just like everything else.
So would Tesla be in that comparison or not? In a way,
well,
further down the line?
That's what they say, but I'm sorry, I don't see it.
Gotcha.
And, you have to decide for yourself.
Understood.
If you want an electric truck, which I don't particularly understand the thought process behind that, other than the fact that bragging rights, hey, I got an electric truck.
Saving the planet.
Yeah. Then I don't quite understand it all, but that is what it is. That's my review of the 25 Chevy Silverado EV. I will ask you, if you're going to go out and look at trucks, look at this. It's worth a shot. It's a good-looking truck.
It's a nice truck. Yeah, it is.
Very much so. All right. If you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@InWheelTime.com. We'll be back after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The award-winning InWheelTime Car Talk Show now reaches 5.3 million folks each year. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, the Odyssey radio app, YouTube, Facebook, and just about every other entertainment source out there, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The InWheelTime Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including Jeff's Car Culture, the latest new cars, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's InWheelTime.com. Join us. That's it for this podcast episode of the InWheelTime Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.